Hey guys, it's that time again. It's prediction time. This time WWE Crown Jewel 2023. So you should know the routine by now. I go through the matches, give my thoughts on said matches, and then give my predictions. So let's not waste any time and jump right in. Kicking off with the kickoff show itself. It's Sami Zayn versus JD McDonagh in a seemingly last minute match. Not much thoughts on this. It should be a fun little match to keep the crowd, warm up the crowd, and should be a fun match because these two are really good workers. That being said, though, Sami to win. Is there much else that needs to be said? Next up, we have the Women's World Championship match of Rhea Ripley defending her championship against Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoey Starks. I'm hoping this match is a bit of a car wreck, because I reckon this could be a fun match where it's just a full-on crazy match. And with a lot of fun spots to be seen. Obviously, not a big surprise when I say Rhea's to retain. Yeah, so Rhea's going to retain. It wouldn't be that surprising if she pinned Zoey Starks, because want to keep the other three protected. That being said, though, I honestly do think this could be a showcase for some of them, especially Zoey, giving her a platform in a fairly high-profile match against two former multi-time champs in all of them. Obviously, Shayna being NXT, obviously Raquel being NXT, Nia being Raw Women's Champion in the past, and obviously the current champion, Rhea. So yeah, Rhea Ripley to retain. After that, it's the singles match between Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest, Senor Money in the Bank. Not much to go off of this. I think this will be fine. Priest is going to lose here. I think Cody is obviously going to get the win, but I don't think that's done on purpose, because I do believe that Priest may cash in later, potentially, because last week on Raw, Seth was goading Priest into cashing in, and I think the time's right to cash in on Priest, because at the moment he's not really doing much. Obviously, I know he's the tag team champions with Finn, but we keep constantly getting tension between all members of the Judgment Day breaking up. We're coming up to War Games, potentially at Survivor Series, so yeah, I think it's that time that I think that he might cash in. So yeah, Cody Rhodes to win over Damian Priest. After that, we've got another singles match of John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. Obviously, Cena's still around as for long as potential, with the actors' strike still going on, and he said that he will stay here until the actors' strikes have ended, and then he's off. But that being said, Cena's going to pick up the win here, because the best thing I can say is, like he said in his promo the other week on SmackDown, he hasn't won a singles match in a couple of years, and as much as I like Solo, he's really come off the boil as the undefeated, dominant enforcer of the bloodline and that now, so he can easily eat a pin. I mean, he's been the one put in tag matches during the bloodlines over this year, and he's always the one taking the pin. So yeah, I just think Cena's going to get a win. I've got my doubts that this will be a great match, because obviously looking at Cena's last singles match at WrestleMania with Theory not being great, that's not taking a jab at Solo. I'm just thinking because of what's happened in the past. So yeah, Cena to win. Next is the WWE Women's Championship match of the champion Io Sky defending against Bianca Belair. the former champion. No, I'm not going to waste much time going into this. Bianca wins, lol. I honestly hate it because I really love Io, and I've been enjoying the proud best friend Bayley being happy for her friend while she's been champion, but Bianca, I think it's just going to win it again because, you know, Bianca's a big, the big star, and I hate that Io is going to be a transitional champ, but yeah, Bianca to win. This is my least anticipated match because I feel like this is a very foregone conclusion on who's winning, and yeah, I just really am not that much interested in the match. That being said, though, Bianca to win the WWE Women's Championship. Up next is the United States Championship of Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. Obviously, this should be a really good match. Logan has proved himself as a very good athlete in WWE. Obviously, I still do not like him as a person, but as an athlete, I can't deny that he is very talented. You put him against a veteran of a great caliber of Rey Mysterio, I really think this could be match of the night. Definitely steal the show. And yeah, I think this is going to be one of the big talking points going out of the pay-per-view or premium live event for those WWE fans. But yeah, Logan's going to win the US belt here. Am I a fan of it? Not so much, but it's a belt that you could easily have him win, hold for a bit, promote WWE on his podcast and let him take it around and show it off for a bit. And then I will come back to Logan as champ because I have a theory on who's going to be the person to dethrone him. Yeah. So Logan is your new United States champion. Up next is the World Heavyweight Championship of Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Now, this is probably the most difficult one to predict because there are quite a few aspects going into this. Obviously, Seth's constantly been retaining since he's won the belt, even though he probably should have dropped it multiple times, obviously to Finn and then Nakamura, but he hasn't, and it's become, obviously in his feud with Nakamura, that they've proven that he is very worn down and he is broken. He is injured. That being said, Drew is on a very interesting course at the moment on the slow burn of turning heel. That being said, I do believe this pay-per-view will be the one where he turns heel. But I'm still going to say Seth Rollins retains because I think Seth retains, Drew snaps and turns heel, walks out, destroys Rollins, and that's when you get Senior Money in the Bank. Damian Priest comes down, cashes in, and wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, obviously, my pick, like I said, my prediction for this match is Seth to retain, but I do think at the end of the night we will be looking at a new World Heavyweight Champion, and it won't be Drew McIntyre. Now, I know that Drew will hopefully turn heel, and I know his contract's coming up with WWE within 2024. But I'm hoping that this new heel character will allow him to go on a run of dominance in the main event on Raw, and hopefully maybe he can beat Priest for the belt. I know it's a heel versus heel, but I'm guessing that's not going to be a big deal when Drew is going to be, hopefully, a big star coming out of it. So, yeah. My pick for this match is Seth Rollins to retain, but also, sub-pick, Damian Priest to cash in and become the new World Heavyweight Champion. And finally, coming to our main event of Crown Jewel 2023, the Undisputed Champion Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. Yeah. Now, Roman Reigns is my pick to retain. There's no question about it. But I would love it if they could. I know they're not going to, but I would love it if they just pulled the trigger on Knight and had him win here. I know Roman is most probably going to hold it until Mania and then face Cody, where Cody, fingers crossed, can finish the story this time, unlike this year's WrestleMania. But I really hope that LA Knight gets a good showing, and I know he's going to probably lose, but I'm hoping he looks good in defeat. I hope Roman knows that, because seeing how he's been received in segments with Roman the last couple of weeks, he can hold his own. And going back to my theory about Logan Paul winning the title, I think LA Knight's going to be rewarded with it up, because he's not going to win this match. I think WWE could give him the reward of beating Logan Paul for the United States Championship as a not a consolation prize as such, but we're giving this to you for now. You will be a world champion. A bit like how it was in the old days, where you had to win like the IC belt to then progress into the main event. Once you won that, you were considered, no pun here intended, a megastar. But yeah, Roman Reigns to retain. And that concludes my predictions on Crown Jewel 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave your predictions in the comments below, and check out my other videos, including my first top 5 dream opponents that I would like to see Jade Cargill face in WWE. So, from me, that's a goodbye, and hope you enjoyed the video.